Make sure to like and subscribe to Jason Casper. He's the best YouTube trader in the world. He's getting huge. Shout out to the Casper crew.
All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Thursday evening. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed as Bitcoin is pumping. It's pumping like crazy straight into the 6 Juanita.
We're pumping, and it's going to be huge. Right to the 6 Juanita, the biggest pump in the world, and everybody knows it. China knows it, and that little guy from North Korea, whatever his name is.
And here we go, y'all. We are pumping straight up into that key level, filling the CMA gap. Shout out to everybody who has been following along my video this morning. We were saying this exact thing was going to happen, and now we are at a very key area of resistance, and we just had a daily close. We're going to be discussing what we need to be looking at, what we need to be looking for as we continue on with the juiciness and the juicy price action. So bear with me one second here. There we go. Man, I had a little weird audio in my ear for a second there, guys. Had a little bit of some weird audio in my ear. But shout out to everybody in the chat right now. We got G7 in the chat. What is going on? We got Lewis H. What is up, Lewis H? Shout out to Video Gaming Worldwide. Crypto Lifer here showing some love. Shout out to Sam Price. Shout out to Bullish on Parade. Everyone is in the green. Shout out to G7. Shout out to Radio Gallo. Shout out to Shashank Panday. Shout out to Zona Especial. Shout out to Blockchain Bra. Shout out to Blue Green 83. He says Trump is his favorite golden calf. I like that. Shout out to Anthony Sutton thinking of joining VIP. Is VIP recommended? Is VIP recommended? Is VIP recommended? I mean, look, guys. Casper Crew VIP Discord. We gave this short setup that I'm in right now. I told everyone I was taking it. All right. Over here, this long trade setup was given in advance in the Casper Crew. I told everyone I was in this trade. Blaine gave this setup in advance. Draw exactly what he wants to see happen, and bam, it happened. Here we are, baby. Locking in the juiciest profits on these trades. All right. Personally, I think the Casper Crew VIP Discord is literally the best community in the world. Of course, I am biased. Of course, I am biased. Gap filled, now down to 0. Trump endorses Jason Casper. That's true, guys. Trump endorses Jason Casper. My Crypto Goods says the VIP is recommended. Dylan Wave says it is recommended. Shout out to Elham Weiss. He says eternal blessings to everybody. Shout out to Allison who says, hey, Lifer. Shout out to all the Lifers in here. Shout out to Sam Price, my man. Shout out to Mortaza Ali. Pullback target price. We're going to get into it, my friend. As usual, guys, if we can get 1,000 likes, we'll be doing a giveaway, all right? No time limit on it tonight, all right? No time limit on it tonight. But if we get 1,000 likes, we will be doing a juicy giveaway. And right now, we are coming up to none other than 2 important areas of resistance. Area number 1 is, of course, that Fibonacci golden pocket right here. That's why we're getting a little bit of a pullback. Area number 2, guys, we just filled the CME gap. And area number 3, I mean, if we just look at this chart, we'll zoom out a little bit here. This red line, my short level, you could see it's just a very, very key area of support and resistance. All right. So I've already locked in here $500 on the trade. It's a risk-free trade for me right now. Locked in another $2K on my long trade when we came to the 618. And I locked in another $2K as well over on my other trade position. So I just realized $4,000, $4,500 of profit. And overall, we're up quite a bit. So this is a very key zone. Make sure to like the dang stream. Shout out to Us Trucking. It's bedtime, bro. Shout out to Navo Shalom, who says, are we going down? We're going to talk about it. I will be honest with you guys. Things still look pretty dang bullish to me. Things still look pretty dang bullish to me. Shout out to Ryan Shea. He says, J-Dog, what is going on, my man? What is going on, bro? All right, let's take a look here at TradingView. First of all, the one thing I do want to say here, guys, is right now, we just had a daily open. It's Asia open, and let's see here. Oh, crap. You're right. It is my birthday. My wife just reminded me. It is my birthday. That means we should rename the stream. We should rename it Birthday Stream. I wonder if that'll work. Maybe not. It's too late. It's too late. So guys, right now we are coming down to a very important support resistance flip-flop, which is this. All right, this is a very key level. This could be the place where we actually get the bounce from. Okay? And then we could go up a little bit higher to potentially do something like this and take out this high. All right, this is what I am looking for right now in the moment. So let's zoom out and let's get a little bit of overall context here. We're going to start on the weekly. All right, weekly, as we know, has confirmed a red dot. I'm going to clean up this chart a little bit here. I'm going to clean up this chart just a bit. All right, so weekly confirmed red dot. We made this very crazy wick coming down right to this very important support resistance flip at 49.045. This was a key level that we have had on the chart for quite some time now. In fact, I did take the long from that area during New York Open Live at the beginning of the week. I let everyone know I am long from here because it is just a very, very important area of support, and this is the place where you want to be really I don't want to be missing out from this area. All right. So shout out to the Casper crew. And then we are closing now. Well, not closing, but printing this candle back up into the range. And overall, I would say this. The higher time frames to me still do look a little bit more bearish than bullish. But the daily time frame, there are two very, very key things happening on the daily. First of all, we have just confirmed a bullish divergence on the daily time frame. All right. What a crazy day. All right, my birthday is a bullish divergence on the daily day. That's significant, all right? That is significant. As the price is getting lower, we are seeing a multiple drive of divergences on Market Cipher B. We are seeing the price getting much lower, momentum getting much higher. And we were watching this CME chart, right? The CME chart, we were saying when that candle closed on Friday and then opened back up on Monday, we left behind this huge gap. And most of the time, we see these gaps fill. Most of the time, we see these gaps fill. And so we were expecting a push up to potentially up to $63,000 right below, which is where we're at right now. And we also know that that CME gap has perfect confluence with the 618 Fibonacci. So we pull up the CME gap on the chart, which is right there. We pull the fib from the high to the low, and you can see that it lines up quite perfectly, the CME gap with that 618 level. So we have officially now, guys, filled that CME gap, and we are getting a little bit of a rejection from here, and so we need to ask ourselves, well, what is more likely to happen? Here is what I am seeing on the chart. Based on this confirmed daily divergence, I am personally thinking we could still see more upside on Bitcoin. I'm personally thinking we can still see more upside on Bitcoin. Where are the next targets for Bitcoin? Well, all we have to do is look at the volume right here and recognize the fact that if we're going to hold above this key value area low at 61K, our next target is going to be $67-ish thousand. $67-ish thousand. If we pull the fib from the macro high to the low, is coming in smack dab in between the golden pocket and the 786 level, which means this is our next major area for Bitcoin between, I'd say, 65K, potentially 68K, but the major area is going to be right around 67K, just below 67K, right? 66 something. This is really where I think we're going to see whether or not we get a big rejection, because here's the truth right now. Having made a high, a low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, if we make another lower high, we will most likely be making a lower low. Now, notice daily Market Cipher B. All right, notice daily Market Cipher B. Do we have any butt cheeks?
Let's look at Market Cipher B. Do we have any butt cheeks? Oh, yeah, we have billions and billions of butt cheeks. This is going to be huge.
Yes, it looks like we've got some butt cheeks here, guys. It looks like we do have some butt cheeks. We have butt cheeks all over the place. Billions and billions of them. Notice how these butt cheeks have been dictating the moves here for Bitcoin. We printed a bearish divergence right here, all right, giving us a nice uneven upside down butt cheek pattern, right? We got our butt, we got our left cheek, our butt crack, we got our right cheek right here. Gave us the big move to the downside where we printed the bullish butt cheek pattern. We got our left cheek, and then we had our right cheek uneven, of course. That gave us the big move to the upside where we got the bearish upside down uneven butt cheek pattern. Left cheek, butt crack, right cheek. Gave us the big move to the downside, and now we've got another drive of cheek. We could look at this as one big left cheek, and if we take our measuring tool and measure the butt crack, we got about 30 days of butt crack, about a month of crack, a month worth of crack, and now we have just confirmed that right cheek, and so it makes sense to me. We could see more movement to the upside. These one-day daily Market Cipher butt cheeks have really been the movers and the shakers of the market, right? And holding above this value area low is also going to be very key. So let's just mark out our very important zones of support and resistance on the chart. Very important zone number one is going to be this value area low right here, 61,100. If we lose 61,100, well, this could be just a giant bull trap, short squeeze to key resistance, and it's very possible that we have actually come to already a lower high, right? This is, if we reject from here, guys, and we don't hold, and we don't pump overnight, this could be a lower high, and then we come lower, right? This is potential number one. This is why I've opened up a short from here. as you see right on your screen. And by the way, this short trade, I did let everybody know in the Casper crew. Indeed, I am in a short. And I let everyone know why also I'm in the short, right? So let's take a look at Market Cipher, because I think when we look at the 1 day, I'd say there's definitely more room for upside here. We just confirmed a green dot. Having confirmed a green dot, let's look at the green dots we've confirmed in the range here, right? We confirm this green dot, and we get after the confirmation, we get 2 more days of upside. We confirm a green dot here. After the confirmation, 2 more days of upside. When we confirm the green dot right here, after the confirmation, we got 3 more days of upside. We confirm a green dot right here. After the confirmation, we got 3 more days of upside. Confirmed a green dot right here. After the confirmation, we ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days of upside. All right. This green dot right here, after the confirmation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of upside. And then after the confirmation of this green dot, we ended up with quite a bit of upside, because this was a bullish divergence. So those divs give us more power. And then in this case, we had 21 days of upside, 3 weeks of upside, based on the confirmation of a green dot. So just based on the historicity of this range, I would assume, based on this green dot, we have at least 3 more days of upside. And depending on how much upside we get, I'd say a very juicy target for that is going to be this POC right here. So the daily time frame to me looks bullish. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame to me doesn't look as bullish as I would want it to look, right? Money flow, very suspicious. Money flow actually getting lower as the price is pumping. This to me does not look very good for more upside, right? The daily looks good, but the lower time frame is not looking so loyal. Let's go to our 2-hour. What do we see on the 2-hour? Now the 2-hour is actually looking quite nice, because we have a nice anchor wave down here. Money flow is getting higher. Then we get a nice trigger wave with a money flow cross, and momentum is breaking out of this downtrend that we had here. The momentum is breaking out of the downtrend, but when we look at the overall context of this, we can also see money flow getting much lower over time. Every blue wave is getting very lower. Getting very lower. Is that correct? I don't know. And so we do need to be watching this, because I'd say it's very, very 50-50 as to which way she wants to go. We know we have monthly bearish divergences. We know the weekly time frame still has room to the downside. The daily looks good, but these medium time frames are unclear, which is why we need to be very careful. If you're in a long trade, this is absolutely a great place to be taking some profits here. Not closing out whole positions, but definitely taking profits. When we come to the 24-minute, these lower time frames to me look like there's more upside. Why? Because most of the time when we top out, we see the money flow and the momentum on Market Cipher be getting lower as the price is getting higher. Well, in this case, we are seeing the money flow getting higher, and we're seeing momentum waves getting higher. So this makes me pretty dang bullish, right? This makes me, on these lower time frames, think that we can get another big push, potentially up to that $65,000 to $67,000 zone, because that's our next major area of resistance that we have from our Fibonacci golden pocket at this high up here to our low, right? That $65,000 to $67,000 zone. And that's a very key area just in general, because if we just draw a straight line through here, right? Draw a straight line through here, we can see that it was resistance back in February, it was support in March, it was consolidation in April and May, it was resistance in July, it was support in July, and so that green line right here, that's going to be a very, very important zone, right? Very, very important zone. So let's see how our trades are doing over here. Not doing too shabby. Not doing too shabby. Shout out to Bullish on Parade. Someone forgot to hit the like on the way in. Yeah, guys, if we can get 1,000 likes, I'm going to be giving away $1,000. It is my birthday today, and I hate birthdays, but it was a great day, all right? It was a great day to wake up in the morning. I was outside in the rain with 2 of my kids, just thanking God for everything He's blessed me with, all right? It is hard, I'll tell you. 34 It's a little bit harder than 33. I went to bed last night feeling pretty good. I woke up this morning, the lower back, a little crickety. I needed the cane to get out of bed this morning. But other than that, 34 feels the same as 33. All right? Let's pull back to just under 60K to rinse the longs. That would be pretty epic, would it not? Shout out to DJ Berry. Shout out to Black Swan. Shout out to Golden Eye. Shout out to The Real, Fart Supreme, and Crypto Josh. Any plans to go short? I'm short right now, Crypto Josh, from the Golden Pocket, man. And I'm mostly short from here because it's such a key area of resistance, right? And I would hate to basically lose out on $11,000 of unrealized profit without being in a short, right? And when I take shorts like this, guys, I'm doing it as protection against my long, right? Let me explain the methodology here. I've already made $6,000 longing Bitcoin from 49,727. I let everybody know that I was in this trade on Monday morning when we were down here. And I explained why I was in this trade. This long trade actually started out kind of as a protection against my short trades. But now that we pumped and I've realized $6,000, I've taken this short trade as a protection against my long trade. I already made 6K. So now, if this short trade gets stopped out, guess what? I lose nothing. I've locked in $500. When my stop loss gets hit, I will lose $500. It's a guaranteed break even if this short trade gets stopped out. So my two options right now are either we keep pumping with my long and I keep making money on the long, or we dump, and as my long trade loses unrealized profit, my larger position short will be making money faster than my long will be losing money. And so I'll be able to lock in profits on the short now. And so whatever happens, I'm in an advantageous situation to be making money in the markets. It's called being in a schlong. And I let everybody know in the Casper Crew VIP Discord that I was in this short trade right here. I've shorted, all right, as a hedge, just like how I let everybody know the other day that I took that long trade from, where was that, man? This is a while ago now. I can't find it now, guys. I can't find it. We post a lot of stuff in here. Shout out to the Casper Crew, all right? Shout out to Boyan. Also posting his juicy trade setups in here. Man, dude is crushing it. Look at this trade setup Boyan gave. Literally to the exact dollar. I don't know how he does it, all right? And he also trades futures and all this stuff. It's crazy, right? Showing his trades in here. Shout out to K-Pax, another instructor in the Casper Crew. K-Pax, one of the best traders in the world, man. This dude makes thousands of dollars a day trading futures, Bitcoin, all that stuff. Shout out to White Phoenix, another instructor in the Casper Crew, a professional trader. Plus, we got a whole beginner's course in here with quizzes and videos and pictures and all that kind of stuff. Best trading community in the world. JasonCasperTrading.com if you are interested in joining the best community in the world. All right, maybe I exaggerate a little bit. I don't know. All right, but I don't know. I don't know. Even Trump thinks we're the best in the world.
Make sure to like and subscribe to Jason Casper. He's the best YouTube trader in the world. He's getting huge. Shout out to the Casper Crew.
All right, shout out to our super chat in the house. We got a super chat up in here. V-Sun, he says, mostly with a Pikachu hat and a plunger. This is not financial advice. Shout out to the GOAT. I'm definitely not the GOAT. But thank you, man. May I win every trade. May you win every trade, V-Sun. May God bless you in Jesus' name. Shout out to TY Fox. Shout out to King Koopa 22. Shout out to Crypto Josh. How do you go long and short on the same exchange? You just make sure to put it on hedge mode. All right, make sure to put it on hedge mode. So I keep longing every price until it works. Not exactly, my friend. I only long key levels, all right? So I only long key levels. Both of these trades that you see here are levels that I let my community know I was taking the trade from this level, and I had a very specific reason for taking the trades from these levels. These are not arbitrary levels. These are very key levels. This long right here is not an arbitrary level, all right? This long is a major support resistance flip that we've had on our chart since January, coming back down to retest this level right here. We've had it on our chart for months. Myself and others were waiting for this level for a long time. And so you have to think to yourself, if you are short and price has, and again, keep in mind, guys, keep in mind, this is very strategic stuff. We're not just randomly longing and shorting every single level, but you have to understand, when you are short from $71,000, it's more risky to not be long at key support than it is to long key support. Think about it this way. When this trade was down here, all right, after locking in $15,000 of profit on the short, if I didn't long this level, I'm basically risking losing money if we bounce from key support. If we don't bounce from key support and I get stopped out of the long trade, it doesn't matter, because the long trade for me is an insurance policy against my short trade. If you take a long trade from here with a very small stop loss under that wick, if you get stopped out, what? I would lose like $700. All right, I'm basically paying $700 as an insurance policy that in the event of this, I don't lose money on the way up, right? Remember, I already made $15,000 on the short. So I'm not just taking money and letting it go up and down without taking profits. You're taking profits after a big move. When you come to a key support, it becomes more risky to not take a trade in the opposite direction than to actually take that trade in the opposite direction. I hope this makes sense. And so same deal with the short trade I'm in right now, right? Basically the same exact mindset. The same exact mindset. I took this long trade because it would be foolish of me not to long key support. I took this short trade because it would be foolish of me not to short key resistance. Again, if this short trade gets stopped out right now, guess what I lose? Nothing. I lose $0, right? If my short gets stopped out, I lose $0. If the short is successful, I'm now making money on the short at a faster rate than I am losing money on my long after already making $6,000 on the long. I know that can be kind of confusing, but this is the most comfortable way to trade. Slowly locking in profits, counter trading yourself as insurance policy against your open positions, locking in profit after a move to make sure you're paying yourself, and then you can just chill out and live stream with a plunger on your face, and no matter what happens, you know you're making money. You know what I'm saying? You know you're making money if you know what I'm saying. All right. Shout out to Jack Off. Oh, Jack Off. Oh, I just said that out loud. That's so funny, bro. What a funny name. Jack Off. All right, if I was 13, I'd be cracking up like crazy right now. Prince of Berlin, he says, sit down, Jason. Man, I can't sit down, baby. I'm on the treadmill. Man, I got the treadmill as fast as it can go right now. 3.8 miles per hour. Shout out to Harry Beaver. He says, Jason, I made so much money from your financial advice. Please allow me to share you, my wife, while we listen to Attack as a token of appreciation. To share you, my wife? What? What the heck, bro? Did you type that wrong or did I read that wrong? All right, shout out to Harry Beaver. All right, shout out to Adam. He says, yo, Jace, happy birthday. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. Shout out to Brandon Keys. His birthday's also in August. Shout out to Caleb Corzo. He says, JC just explained hedging. Rewatch if you didn't understand it the first time. All right, shout out to Kenny Ski in the chat. All right, this looks like a straight up short squeeze. Let's take a look at the order book and see what's happened here over this pump. Now remember, guys, we were kind of thinking this was going to happen here. Let's take a look at the order book. In general, this is a bit of a short squeeze because we don't really see a big increase of open interest here. If we take a look at XO charts on the 15-minute time frame, we don't really see a big increase of open interest. Open interest is kind of flat here. What we do see is some bullish CVD coming in right around here, right? Some, nothing too crazy, but in general, from this first low right here, we see a slight increase of open interest as we come down to this higher low with lower CVD, slight absorption of shorts here. But this big push to the upside, yeah, we haven't really seen open interest increase. What does this mean? It means so far, there's not a lot of fresh money coming into the market here to push price to the upside. Let's see how Coinbase looks Can we look at spot here? Yeah. Let's look at spot on OKX. This is all I have. Do we have Coinbase on EXO charts? I don't even know. I don't think we do. No, I don't think we do. All right. Well, then there's no way for me to look at that on this. But yeah, thus far, guys, we haven't really seen very much new money popping into here. But look at this, guys. Here's the main thing. A hold above 61,140 is going to be very, very key. Then I think we can get a squeeze potentially to $65,000 to $67,000 because that's our next major area of resistance. And be watching here, right? Because if we start to see, keep in mind the context of this chart. We have a bullish div down here, right? We got a bullish divaroni and cheese down here. If we start to see, let's say we form a range here. We start to form a range, right? And in the range, then we start to see bullish CVD. Then we could say, ah, this looks pretty healthy, right? That looks pretty healthy. Because right now, is it gonna pump or is it gonna dump? It really depends. If we lose this key area, 61,140, we might dump. But if we range here for a while and we see bullish CVD, then we could say, aha, healthy move incoming. And we could say for certain Bitcoin's about to pump like a wild Janet Yellen running through the jungle with a laundry basket on her head. Up to our next area of resistance. If we look closely, we can see some bearish divergences, aka the bearish Janet Yellen lip pattern, where the price gets higher and the lips get lower as we come into our next area of key resistance here. All right, that's what we really want to look for on the 4-hour time frame. Let's go down to our low time frames here. Let's go to our 12-minute and see how she's rolling. I'd say it still looks pretty good. Money flow still looks good here. 6-minute. I'd say like if we get another trigger wave somewhere, could be nice. Let's do a little TA here. And let's talk about where we could look for potentially a bounce on Bitcoin. Remember, 61,141, this is a key value area low, all right? What I mean by value area low, guys, is when we look at the entire range that we've been trading since February, the market has considered this to be the fair value zone for Bitcoin, meaning this is fair price. Anything above that is considered premium. Anything below that is considered discount. If you get a move into the discount zone and then you come back inside fair value zone, chances are very high that you make your way back to the premium zone, right? So far, we're above that discount zone. And so if we hold here, chances are high we could come back to super fair price at 67K or even premium unleaded up here at around 70K, all right? So that's the overall context of this, right? So when we're looking at our 12-minute time frame, we know 61,141, very, very key. Now let's take a look at all the volume that's traded here, because we could look at this as a local range as well, all right? And then what we can do is we can pull some fibs, pull fib from the low to the high, low to high right here. All right, so the golden pocket coming in at $54,000. That's going to be a pretty key area of support if we do start to get a drop here. 54,000. That's going to be pretty key. Let's go ahead and take a look at an anchored VWAP. I don't even know where the anchored VWAP lives anymore, guys. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't even know where to find the dang anchored VWAP anymore. Is it under trend lines? Is it under fibs? Is it under drawings? Is it under volume? Yeah, it is. All right, let's pull our anchor VWAP from this low right here. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so this anchored VWAP right here, guys, this is basically volume weighted average price. So it's a moving average based on volume. So I would be interested, quite interested in getting moved down to this zone right here. If we are going to lose this level, that could be a nice area to look for a retest around the $54,000 zone. But also, I'd say an even more local area of support to be aware of, if we go to a lower time frame, is going to be this. Right? Basically, dip below this little area of consolidation right here to stop out everybody who has their stop losses below these lows. And if we dip below here and then get a reclaim with bullish divergences, just dipping below 60K, that would be a low time frame, in my opinion, a low time frame scalp opportunity. If we pull a fib from the low to the high, we can see the local golden pocket lines up right there. Okay, and so very, very locally, like let's say this is going to continue to be very bullish, and we do lose 61,140. This would be a place I would look to take a local long trade, because this is the low time frame. So if we zoom out, let's say this happens, if we zoom out from this on a high time frame, it will simply look like we wick down into the level and bounce and hold this, right? It will look bullish on a higher time frame, but on a lower time frame, it would look like we're losing the level, but we would want to hold that as our support. And again, what I would want to see Pacifically or Atlantically, I don't care what ocean you swim in, all right? We respect people from all oceans on this channel, but what we would want to see is those lower time frames becoming very oversold below that negative 60 line, and even better would be bullish divergences, right? Even better would be bullish divergences. So let's see what we got in here. Where's our bullish divergence pictures? I mean, we got the Sam Bankman-Fried man boob pattern, bullish. Money flow and momentum waves. I mean, man boobs and nipples getting higher as the price is getting lower. We also got the uneven butt cheek pattern here, where the butt cheeks are getting higher as the price is getting lower. We've also got Dolores at the diner. All right, the waitress coming out with your coffee. Uneven butt cheeks. Price is coming down to key support. All right, here we are. Key support, price comes down. Bam! Uneven butt cheek pattern. Market Cipher B getting higher over time like this. And as you can see, the price gets a rise back to the upside. All right. Look at those beautiful blue and purple candles in the diner. Shout out to Dolores at the diner. Man, oh man, oh man. All right, so again, it's 45 minutes after daily open. Major shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Let's see who we got in the chat. Shout out to the Real Far Supreme. Shout out to R Pink. Shout out to Andrew B. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Drain the Swamp says we have to come down some. Maso Legal says, so we short here. I mean, you do what you want to do, Maso. I told you what I'm doing, all right? You do what you want to do. Shout out to Leo Pack Crypto. What about the green dot in the 8 hour? Look, man, I'm telling you, green dot on the 8 hours bullish. When I'm looking for a pullback to potentially get into a long here, but like I said at the beginning of the stream, the daily time frame to me very bullish. 4 hours to 1 hour, ambiguous. So we got to really just take it as it comes here. We got to be careful. We got to lock in profits. We can't get too greedy. I don't know what's going to happen. What really caught me off guard was the fact that this bullish div on the daily didn't bring us to a new high. So yes, this is very bullish. The 8 hour time frame also has the confirmed green dot, and the 8 hour time frame looks actually very bullish with this money flow, man. This looks very bullish with the money flow on the 8 hour. But at the same time, like, this is confirmed already. VWAP starting to come down. We cannot get greedy. We have to understand we are at a key resistance. All right. We are at the key resistance. All right. Shout out to Corey, new subscriber. Happy birthday, G. Well, thanks, Corey Lowry. Appreciate you. Shout out to Flatmatic. Shout out to Yar Broke One. Need more of that volume to come in. Yeah, it's just after daily open. I think, guys, you know, we haven't really seen the move yet. We haven't really seen that move yet. David Hornback says, every time I counter trade a position, I end up losing money. Well, here's the trick to counter trade your positions and not lose money. You have to do it in a way where you're planning to lose money, right? You're counter trading yourself mostly to protect yourself against losing money if the price reverses, right? So again, this trade right here, this short trade that I'm in right now, when I took the trade and I let everybody know in the Casper Crew VIP Discord that I had taken this trade, just so you guys can see that I'm not flopping the hot air up your patootie, right? I've shorted, all right? Very small risk to protect my gains, all right? Meaning I risked $200. $200 risked. So I'm planning to lose that money, right? And so that's okay if that's part of the plan. But why do I not care if I lose that money? Because option A, I lose a couple $100 and I'm still up 12K, not a big deal, right? A couple $100 out of 12K, I am not complaining. But if I don't lose the couple $100 and this comes down, guess what? I'm in a $90,000 short and a $60,000 long, which means I'm going to be making money faster on the way down than I will be losing money on the way down. Right? My long will be losing money on a $60,000 position. My short will be making money on a $90,000 position, which means now I can lock in a profit on dump, right? I could lock in a couple grand here, and then we assess the situation. Do we put in a higher low? If we put in a higher low, I'm still in my $60,000 long trade with a $6,000 profit, and I just made, let's say, another $3,000 on my short. So now I'm up in total $9,000, right? And so now the one situation, I'm up 9 grand instead of 6 grand. And the other situation, I'm up 12 grand and I lost 700, right? So it's a win-win situation. But you have to only do this at very, very calculated key levels. Both of the levels you see here on the chart. All right? You might say, Jason, how did you get the exact bottom and the exact top? It's because these are very calculated levels that we've been waiting for and prepared for a long time. So these are not arbitrary things. You're not catching a falling knife the whole way down and catching a rising knife the whole way up. No. You wait until it gets to the point where you say, this is a key level. It's more risky for me not to counter trade myself than to counter trade myself, right? If I know this is a CMA gap and a golden pocket, it's riskier for me not to short here than to short here. Why? Because if I don't short here and we do reject, $11,000 down the toilet. But if I do short here and we reject, again, I'm making the money back plus some, right? And if we do pump from here and we don't reject, I'm still up 12 grand on my long. So it's not a big deal, right? It's not a big deal, yo. All right. Same deal with this one here, like. And you do this with multiple trades, right? So like I longed from this low. I longed from this low as well over here, right? Setup given in advance in the Casper crew. And so what I'm doing is I'm building these long positions as the price is rising up. I'm building these long positions, realizing profits, right? I've realized so far on these longs, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $500 almost on these positions on the way up, right? As I'm still holding the shorts, and you're just taking trades, taking profits, taking another trade in the opposite direction, and you build trades up on the long side, you build trades up on the short side, you lock in your profits, you trail your stop losses, you wait for those key setups, all right? And in the Casper crew, we go over these key levels every single day, not just me. Other instructors in here, Boyan, looking at the same thing as me the other day. All right, shout out to my man, Boyan. All right, Matthias B says, I don't understand how you hold the trades that long. Don't you pay fees? Well, the funny thing is you actually get paid to hold shorts. Typically, the funding fee pays shorts. So if you're holding a short, you're getting paid just to hold that short. All right? You know? Yeah, the key is only counter trading at very key levels, David Hornback. Yeah, so don't be like, don't counter trade yourself. Like, this is something you do very selectively, right? Something you do very selectively. Like, I would never, well, you guys saw me. I took a trade. You guys saw my last live stream that I did yesterday. I shorted this as protection. You guys saw why I shorted this. I went through why I shorted this here. I went through the same stuff, and then I waited until this level here. I even posted in the Casper crew that we were going to come up to this exact level, right? So in the Casper crew, I said, hey y'all, we have the following bullish signs. Change the market structure on the 4-hour. We've entered the CME gap. When you enter the gap, big chance that we fill. Bull div printing on the daily. For these reasons, I'm looking to the golden pocket for the next take profit on my long and for a potential short. So I was looking for this exact level, 62.7, for the short and to take profit on my long. I took profit on my long, and then when we got there, I let everyone know I've shorted this as a hedge against my long. Very small risk to protect my gains, right? Things did not look very bearish, right? Looks very bullish, like we could see 67K, but at the same time, I took the short for the reasons given, right? And of course, Trump is the one who predicted this pump.
We're pumping, and it's going to be huge. Right to the 6-1 ETA, the biggest pump in the world, and everybody knows it. China knows it, and that little guy from North Korea, whatever his name is.
Right, shout out to Donald Trump, by the way. Let's take a look at some other coins as well, because, man, things are happening. Like the XRP thing happened, and, you know, I hear Ripple's pumping like a wild lady as well. Like a wild Janet Yellen. Or like a wild Jason Casper riding his tractor. Right? Never skips arm day, always skips leg day. Alright? Never skips arm day, always skips leg day. Alright? Doesn't matter. Do you know why it doesn't matter? Because I'm a YouTuber. You guys can only see the upper body. Alright? You guys only see the upper body. You guys don't see the legs. So who needs them? Who needs legs anyway? Alright? Shout out to my man Lieutenant Dan from Forrest Gump. He did alright. He ended up becoming an entrepreneur himself. Alright? Alright. So we're getting a little bit of a move down here. Just a little bit of a move down. Okay? Are we gonna do a birthday giveaway? Shout out to Dome Life. Look, if we can get 1,000 watchers and 1,000 likes, we can do a giveaway. All right. Yeah, we'll give away $1,000, guys. We'll give away $1,000. All right. What percentage of your trade do you lock in? It depends, man. It depends. It really depends. All right, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel.
Make sure to like and subscribe to Jason Casper. He's the best YouTube trader in the world. He's getting huge. Shout out to the Casper crew.
Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. Alright. Let's take a look at some other stuff here. Let's take a look at XR Pizzle, baby. I've been hearing some crazy stuff about XRP. Man, look at this. XRP, man. The best stable coin in the world, alright? Just trading the dang range here on XRP. You know, I made a promise. I made a promise to everybody here. If you guys don't remember, my promise is this. I'm buying Ripple if we come down to 28 cents. And I'm selling Ripple when we come up to $2, and I'm going to split the profits with you guys on the giveaway, alright? I'm not saying this is going to happen, but the only way I will touch Ripple, the only possible way I will touch this coin is if we drop below these lows here, right? The only way I will touch this coin is if we lose these lows, and then I'm buying it no matter what, alright? And then I'm selling it when we make a new all-time high, and I'm going to split the profits with you guys, alright? It's a 26... Probably, I don't know how low we've come here, but that's like a 40x. Let's say it's a 40 or a 50x, all right? Now, could this happen? I mean, it's so interesting when we zoom out here with all this news. This is the weekly chart. We haven't done a dang thing. Ripple hasn't done a dang thing. We're still in this, all right? We're still in this kind of like bugle-ish. I don't even know what you want to call this thing, all right? So the weekly, man, if the weekly prints a red dot on XRP, we could actually take this. If something crazy happens, if we do get a massive dump, we could see XRP dip down below 25 cents again, all right? Now, listen, I'm not bullish. I mean, I'm not super bearish, but in general, we were looking at this before, right? And we were noticing, guys, this is the ES Mini Futures chart, right? This is the S&P 500, basically. We have not seen a bearish divergence like this on SPX since 2007, where on the 2-month we have the momentum wave getting lower and the money flow getting lower. All right, this is a pretty bearish looking chart on some of these higher term time frames. Look at the money flow on the 2-week on ES Mini Futures, guys. Look at this. All right, if we see a major stock market collapse, I think we're going to see crypto collapse temporarily and then get a really fast buyback. And so this is a situation where we could see Ripple dip below 25 cents, right? If the stock market starts to absolutely take a massive dump. All right, look at NASDAQ, same thing, NQ. Look at the money flow here, right? Take it back to 2018 until now. Look at how the money flow is coming out of this thing, all right? Take it even back to 2015 until now. Look at how the money is coming out of this over time. We're printing bearish divs here, right? These past bearish divs, in my opinion, don't look the same as they look now, right? Look at the S&P 500. These bearish divs here, money flow was still getting higher. Money was still flowing in. Now we've got bearish divs where the money flow is falling out. So I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be scary. I'm just saying, right? Bearish divs with the money flow coming out here. Let's take a look at the SPX. Yeah, look at the SPX too. I mean, this is the monthly time frame, guys. We got some bear divs on the monthly. Oof, you know? The last time we saw the money flow and the momentum waves getting lower on SPX was right here, 2008. We ended up with a 59% correction, right? This I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm saying the last time we saw this signal on the S&P 500, it gave us a massive collapse. So it's my personal view that if this happens, crypto's gonna dump. It might be a different kind of cycle if it happens soon, and that'll give us an opportunity to scoop up some cheap crypto. I think it'll have a fast buyback. Crypto, in my opinion, as it stands right now, is a good place to put your money. That's not the stock market. That's not the dollar, right? Because currencies, fiat currencies, can be used as weapons of warfare, and you can sanction currencies and all this. And crypto's just like, forget all that. We're just gonna have our self-custody over here and keep our money somewhere that no other nation state can mess with it, right? So interesting times, interesting times. Let's take a look at Ethereum. What are we looking at here? We're looking at the daily time frame, or were we looking at the 4-hour? We had the pig nipples on here. What were we looking at with the pig nipples last time we looked at ETH? All right, let's just clear off this Z chart altogether. All right. Wow, look at ETH, man. Look at ETH, what has happened here. We came down to retest perfectly this trend line of the ascending triangle. The weekly does not look so great, guys. I'll be honest. We don't have a hidden bull div. We don't have a regular bull div. How's the daily look? The daily also does not have a bullish divergence, and the money flow is a bit lower. So Ethereum does not look as bullish as Bitcoin, but admittedly, it didn't look as bearish as Bitcoin at these tops either. So ETH right now, let's pull our range. This is the range from, let's take it from February, just like we're doing with Bitcoin. So our next major target for ETH is going to be up here, 2890. That's the value area low of the range, this historic support resistance flip. 2890 for ETH is where we either get ourselves a very juicy short trade, because when you think about it, we're in a downtrend, right? We made our high, our low, our lower high, our lower low, our lower high, our lower low. We've broken down from support, which means it's now resistance. So the next major area of resistance to be looking for a short on ETH is going to be here. This is one of those key levels where if you're in a long and you're looking to counter trade yourself to guarantee that you're not going to lose money, this would be a place to look, right? Because this is now major resistance. All right, so this is one possibility. Other possibility is if we get a reclaim of this value area low at 2890, give or take, and then we back test and hold this as support, then we have ourselves a nice long entry from support, because if you reclaim resistance, it becomes support. Then you can look to long this back test where you have the three things you need to get into a trade. You have an entry, you have an invalidation, right? If we retest this and you see a bounce, that's where your stop loss goes. Targeting back to the top of the fair value zone. Two potential trades on ETH right now from the same level. Either a rejection, if you see a rejection from here, in my opinion, that's a valid short entry, with target being back down to the lows. If we get a reclaim and a back test, a valid long entry, target back to the value area high at 3,600. These would be the two next opportunities I'm personally would be interested in on ETH right now. Just based on this very key level of support, resistance right here at about 28.90. 28.90. Very key area of interest, right? Make sure set alerts at 28.90 because this is where I'm interested in looking for a trade on Ethereum. Alright. Alright, Asia's dumping. Asia's dumping, guys. Make sure to like the stream as Asia dumps. All right, so let's talk about this short trade. As you guys know, you know, I locked in a break even here when we came down to our first support resistance flip at 61,350. The next place to be looking for either a bounce on Bitcoin and a take profit on a short is going to be this right here. All right, it's going to be our next support resistance flip right here. And again, if we pull the fib from the low to the high, it's the golden pocket right in that zone as well. So I would be looking more like this, probably like that. Support resistance flip, Fibonacci local golden pocket. That would be a next take profit zone on this short. And looking for a long. All right, that's our next area support resistance. Right? Look at this. I mean, even if we take this line back to here, that's actually a really beautiful support resistance flip right there. And remember how important support resistance flips are, guys. Remember this one. Right? Remember this level here. Key support resistance flip. Alright. Let's go to our 5-minute time frame. Let's take a look at the order flow. Our 5-minute market structure is a little bit bearish here. If we continue downwards, if we take out these lows right here, if we take out these lows, then we'll probably get sucked right down to just below 60K. Let's take a look at the order flow chart right now and see what's going on. What's Asia doing with Bitcoin? Are they buying? Are they selling? Are they doing nothing? Let's pop on over. Make sure to like the stream. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. All right, so Divine Hood's looking to add to a short if we rejected value area low back test. Shout out to Divine Hood. All right, so we've lost VWAP for the day. So far, guys, let me just refresh to make sure this is legit here. Okay, yeah, so we lost VWAP. Guys, this move down so far, Asia's not really dumping us. It's just a decrease of OI. It's just trades closing out positions. It's just trades closing out a position. It's basically longs taking profit, all right? Longs taking profit. So far, we haven't really seen any real conviction to the long side or the short side here for Bitcoin. We haven't seen real conviction one way or another. One way or another. One way or another way. Hey, one way or another way.
Make sure to like and subscribe to Jason Casper. He's the best YouTube trader in the world. He's getting huge. Shout out to the Casper crew.
So, guys, if we can get 1,000 likes, we'll be doing a giveaway, alright? 1,000 likes, we'll do a giveaway. Shout out to Data PhD, one of the winners of our last giveaway. Shout out to Divine Hood. Shout out to Zeke Dot. He says, do you think Bitcoin is likely to come back to the retest, the top of today's pump within 24 hours? Personally, yes. Based on our lower term time frames, the next short trade I'm actually would be looking for is simply just this. Right? Just grab the high, CDW, just like what we did here, right? We made the high, come down, grab the high, and bam, right? And when that happens, that's where we want to see market Cipher B giving us the upside down Sandbankman-Fried Man Boo pattern, right? We come and we look at market Cipher B. If we see the momentum waves getting lower and that money flow getting lower on like the 12 minute, the 24 minute, we'd look for the rejection. All right, the rejection, just like in high school when 6 Juanita rejected your boy Jason Casper. It's a very tough time in my life. Shout out to Mick. He says, can you check the chart on twin in Solana? Trump with hat. We might be able to take a look at that. I never really heard of that. Shout out to CallSignRx for the super chat. He says, picked up lifetime market Cipher, learning a lot more. Awesome, bro. Lifetime market Cipher is the way to go, in my opinion. All right, Divine Hood says we need new longs to come in to sustain price. Absolutely. Right now, we're just in free float mode. Right now, we don't have money pushing us one way or the other. Yeah, the asymmetric man boo pattern. All right, so Hassan Haj says he doesn't see anybody in chat. I don't know, man. Try and refresh. Go out and come back in. 6 Juanita has nothing on Big Butts 28. Shout out to Yar Brook 1 and shout out to Big Butts 28. That's absolutely correct. That's absolutely correct. All right, shout out to V who says Happy New Year. Yeah, I mean, look, guys, it's my birthday. I'm 34. I hate getting old, I'll be honest with you. I don't like being 34. I don't like the number, but I like being 34 better than being 24. All right, everything about my life is much better at 34 than it was at 24. And I'm just so thankful and grateful to Jesus, to God, that I've been so blessed in my life in so many ways. I'm not just talking about money, guys, but it's just innumerable ways. I'm just so thankful. I'm so grateful. And I'm very humbled. And just the Lord is so merciful. He's so gracious. He's just so good. Like, I don't deserve anything that I have. I don't deserve anything. But anyway, if we can get 1,000 likes in here, guys, we'll be giving away $1,000. I know we don't have 1,000 watchers. I know I don't usually stream at this time. But share the stream. Let's see if we can't get 1,000 people in here. And if we get 1,000 people in here, let's see if we can't get everyone to like the video. Shout out to V. Thank God for another year. Amen. All right. Jackoff is 43 with this screen name. Well, Jackoff. I mean, hey, you know, sometimes it takes us... We can't get too mature, my friend, you know? How do I keep God first if I'm always trading? It's a constant struggle, add, click, drop team, you know? It is a constant struggle. I go through phases. Sometimes trading literally takes over my life. Like, I have to say, probably like from February... No, probably from like October until March October 2023 to March 2024, I was very out of balance in my life. It basically led me to a total burnout, a total complete burnout. All right, but you know, you just gotta keep on getting back at it, right? Make sure the first thing I do when I wake up is I pray. All right, I pray. I thank God for everything. Get into the prayer closet. You got to make that the priority. And then for me, you know, I'm passionate about studying scripture, about studying the Bible. I'm passionate about biblical Hebrew and biblical Greek, and just studying the Bible in general. So, you know, make sure you fill up your life with things that have to do with the Lord. Make sure to put your family first, right? It's a constant struggle, though. After 25, you don't want to get older. That's so true, man. Yeah, I was trading like a savage for a while there. I was trading with like, you know, $500,000 positions and just going nuts, you know? I'm easing back into it, guys. I'm easing back into it. Trading with smaller trade sizes now. I'm easing back into it. Look, as we move into the fall, now that harvest season's over, like on the homestead, you know, the beans are canned. The only thing left, the potatoes are picked, the beans are picked. The only thing we got left growing now, that's like a big harvest, is the beets are picked. You know, the berries are out of season. Well, they're still coming, but the squash is really the next big harvest that we're gonna have. And the melons. Squash and melons. But now I'm gonna have more time to trade once we get into the fall, into the winter. You know, I'll probably be trading more. And here's another thing, guys. I'm getting goats, alright? I'm officially getting goats now on the homestead. So I've got like 30 chickens. About to get me some goats as well for the milk and for the meat. So that's going to be a big project. But look, in the fall or the winter, I'm going to be doing a free trading course on YouTube. A free trading course on YouTube, alright? And so make sure to stick around for that. What about figs? So I have figs here, but I haven't had much success with my figs, alright? Of course, we got apples and pears and peaches and all that stuff too. But that's later. And that's not as big of a project. Like, harvesting potatoes is a big project. Harvesting beans is a huge project, guys. If you're out there doing it by hand, and if you grow as many beans as we do, it takes, like, honestly, it takes weeks, especially indeterminate variety of beans, which we have. It literally, like, you gotta go out there for hours a week harvesting beans, and you do this, like, throughout the course of a couple months. Yeah, no more mowing with goats. I know, man. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm waiting for. Shout out to Brandon Keys. He's going to be 40 in 10 days, and he's looking forward to his 40s. He's way smarter, better looking, and more jacked. Yeah, like, I'm way more jacked at 34 than I was at 24. And so, maybe, hopefully, when I'm 44, I'll be even more jacked. Can you imagine that? That'll be cool. I'm sure I will be. I mean, you know, the older you get, the more you learn about training and nutrition and how your body works, and the less stupid you are with your diet. Like, when I was in my 20s, man, living in the city, me and my wife, Big Butch 28, we would go out. You know, we'd go out to Chili's, like, once or twice a week, because they had this deal where you could get, like, 2 meals for 20 bucks. And you could eat as many chips and salsa as you wanted. And I'd go there multiple times a week and, like, eat as much chips and salsa as I could. And let me tell you, you know, that stuff isn't the best for your body. Let's just put it that way. How do I adapt my schedule for the summer? Do I trade less? Yeah, in general, I trade less, man. Like, I mean, look, you guys, I mean, if you're subscribed to the channel, go back and watch my live streams from the winter, and then watch my live streams over the summer. I took like a month and a half off of live streaming, period. And I just hold the swing trades, really, you know? Just hold those swing trades. Yeah, Brandon Keys eats out once or twice a year. Yeah, that's kind of like, I don't eat out very much anymore. I did eat out today because me and my wife, we went on a hike for my birthday, one of our favorite things to do. And we took our baby, and then we did go out for a steak dinner, which is one of my favorite things. So, and a steak is healthy, right? I had a steak and a baked potato and a sweet potato and a salad. And to me, that's some good eating right there. Like, that's my favorite thing to eat, and it's healthy, right? It's healthy stuff. Shout out to NR. He says, my man Jason was eating 37 tortillas in a sitting. Yeah, probably. Probably. Shout out to John Ploney. Shout out to Fernando S. All right, we got about 850 people in here, 500 likes. Let's see if we can't get the likes up to the watchers at least, guys. And make sure to subscribe while you're at it, all right?
Make sure to like and subscribe to Jason Casper. He's the best YouTube trader in the world. He's getting huge. Shout out to the Casper crew.
I know, right? Divine Hood, you used to be able to go out to eat and have a dinner for super cheap. Nowadays, it's expensive, man. It's expensive. But, it depends on what they inject into the beef. That's true. I try not to think about that, Seek Parabolic, you know? It is what it is, my man. It is what it is. fruit is sugar and causes inflammation, says Drain the Swamp 53. He only eats meat. Shout out to BB28. Big Buds 28 wants to know if you were at Chili's, Divine Hood. Shout out to My Crypto Goods. God bless you, bro. Shout out to Tony. Shout out to Frank Ford. Shout out to Hassan Hodge, who says carnivore diet. I could never do a carnivore diet. I just could never do that. Shout out to Gen X DGen. If you pay for a course, does that give you access to the Discord? No, does not. Does not. But, shout out to Caesar Salad. Should you hold your Bitcoin and set a stop loss to protect downside? If so, what stop loss should I set? I'm sorry, Caesar Salad. I cannot answer that for you, man. That is a very individualized question. And you need to trade according to your own trading plan, bro. Like, that's the only answer I can give to that question. It's so individualized. What's your goal for the trade? What was your entry for the trade? How much are you risking on the trade? Like, there's so many things. You know, so many variables, man. What's my confirmation to take the short? So the truth is, no real confirmation here. But the reason why I took the short is because I just want to protect my, it's a small risk to protect my long, right? We're at key resistance. So throughout the day, we were bullish, right? We had 3 bullish signs, right? And for these reasons, I'm looking for our next take profit at 62,700. And also a potential short at 62,700. Once we get there, I wanted to see these bearish confirmations. Now, we did not see these bearish confirmations, all right? So eventually we came up to that area. I'm like, we're at the gap. Things don't look bearish. The green dot is about to confirm, but I've shorted as a hedge against my long. Very small risk to protect my gains, all right? Because you got to think to yourself, I'm long, and I'm long up a total. At the time, I was up, what's 14 plus 5? Like 19K. At the time, I was up like 19K unrealized profits. And so I'm risking $700 to take this short, right? Again, I'm up 19K unrealized at the time. I've since locked in a little $4,000 more profit, so I'm up now only 15K, right? But you have to think to yourself, if you're up 15K, let's say, and by shorting, I could either lose on the short, if it gets stopped out, I lose $700 out of my 15K. That's still $14,300 in profit, right? If I don't take the short and we dump, I'm losing money, right? I'm losing probably more than $700. If I don't take the short and we dump, I could be losing thousands of dollars. If I do take the short and we dump, I'm not losing anything. I'm actually making money on the way down, right? If I take the short and we pump, I'm not losing only $700, but because I'm in these long trades, I'm still up tens of thousands of dollars, right? So that's why I took the short here. I didn't really see the confirmations, right? But I'm still keeping my eyes on these 2 key areas of resistance, which I can't show because this is premium content in the Casper crew, baby. Yeah, it's a just-in-case trade. I'm kind of a just-in-case trader, all right? I'm a just-in-case trader. Look, guys, if you want to join the best trading community in the world, you can go to jasoncaspertrading.com. All right. Also, I'm trading on BLOFIN and MEXC and ZOOMEX and BingX. All the links and stuff in the description. But yeah, the Casper crew, jasoncaspertrading.com. There's a beginner's course in here. And here's something else, guys. I am going to be doing a trading course for free on YouTube in the winter time, right? So get stoked on it because I am going to be doing a free trading course in the winter, free of charge, live streamed on YouTube for free. All right. Shout out to Kevin. He says, could you look at the Sol chart? Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Yeah, let's check out Sol. All right, Solana basically got a fake out to the upside, a fake out to the downside. Now we're back inside this triangle. Let's put on our market Cipher B here. Market Cipher B has a beautiful looking bullish divergence on the daily. And technically speaking, a bullish div on the weekly as well. The reason I say that is because if we look at this yellow oscillator on the weekly, if we look at the yellow oscillator on the weekly, it is getting higher for now. So look, it's really determined on what Bitcoin's going to do, guys. It really, really is. This is a beautiful looking bull div on the daily. If Bitcoin's going to reclaim 67K, we could see Sol come back to its highs. But if not, we're simply just back in this range just like Bitcoin, man. And we're actually coming kind of close to the value area high of the range. I would say this looks very strong to me, but in my opinion, there's no opportunity to buy this right now because we've already missed out on a 50% move, right? So I would not be long in this. I would not be shorting this now either because of how bullish the bottom is. I would just be sitting out on Sol. I'd be sitting out on Sol. Maybe we could look for a lower time frame entry, right? If we're feeling bullish on this, or if we're feeling bearish on this, we could look for a low time frame entry here. I would say for me, like the next place I would potentially be interested in shorting from would be, oh man, we're at the golden pocket. Oh man, we're at the golden pocket now. The next place I would be interested in shorting Sol would be this right here. Value area high 786, support resistance flip. Around 173 to 175. And man, we had many opportunity here. I mean, the reclaim of the POC and then the back test. Look at this, reclaim of POC, back test. Bam. That was a nice long opportunity. But yeah, it's kind of like in a no trade zone for me. We missed out on a 50% gain to the upside. We don't have bearish divergences. We have pretty bottomed out on the lower time frames. Money flow getting thicker on the low time frames here. Money flow getting thicker. We're starting to see some bear divs on the 1 hour. So yeah, for me, next opportunity on Sol would be another push up. We start to see money flow on the 1 hour start to tick down here. And we see the bearish divs as we get another push. That would be the next trade I would personally be interested in on this. Thank you so much for the super chat. May God bless you. All right, BLOFIN is not requiring VPN. I saw this on my screen, and I asked them about it, and they said it's a glitch. All right, so I don't know. All right, shout out to Ethan's goalie journey. Can you check out money sign MSI? Yeah, let's check out money sign MSI. Monkey Shite Inu. All right, let's take a look at Monkey Shite Inu. Thank you so much for the super chat. All right, no assumptions. I want to address this. How sus is the daily momentum wave not moving? How likely is a bear div on the daily soon? We'll talk about that soon. All right. All right. So this is Monkey Feces coin, and what can I say about this, man? I can't say anything about it. There's nothing really to analyze here. We're at the lows, right? We're at the lows. I mean, the only thing you could possibly say about monkey poop is we've taken the lows. So the only thing we could say about it is maybe we got to move back up to the highs. I mean, that's the only thing we could say about it. I can't. It's not even a good risk to reward, to be honest with you. It's only a 4.7 to 1. Maybe a 7 to 1 if we come all the way back to these highs. You know, there's not a lot of historical data here, so This is the 4 hour. Let's look at the 1 hour. You know, we do have some slight bull. Not even. I don't know, man. It's not something I'd be interested in trading, to be honest with you. But thank you so much for the super chat. You know, if you have reasons to be bullish or bearish on this, based on fundamentals, that's something that you got to look into, all right? Because I can't comment. No comment, all right? No comment. Bro needs water. I'm actually pretty good on watermark Z. But actually, maybe I should get some water. Do you think the stock market's going to crash harder based on money flow? I do, man. I do. Which exchange is the one I have? This one right here is MEXC. MEXC does require a VPN and KYC. BLOFIN does not require VPN and KYC. Shout out to Modern Sword. He says, can you take a peek at Zcash? Yeah, let's take a look at Zcash. All right, so I have to say this about Zcash. It looks really, really bullish to me. It looks really bullish to me, guys. Look at this. This is our resistance. And we have just formed multiple drive of bullish div on the weekly. Money flow getting higher. Momentum waves getting higher. The bullish Sam Bankman-Fried man breast pattern. Let's go ahead and pop this onto the chart here. Wow. The resemblance is striking, honestly. Yeah, this looks pretty bullish to me. If I was holding Zcash on spot, I would be interested in a move back up to $80, 83 bucks. This support resistance flip right here. Look at that. Let's pull a fib from high to low. Man, whoever said I needed water, man, now I am actually legit thirsty, all right? I'm going to have to go get some water. Let's take a look at the volume. That fib is way high. Yeah, we're above POC. Man, we could get a big move on this, guys. I'd say right now, based on this, I'm not saying I would take this trade because that's not. I'm not a high-term time frame trader like that. But look at this. In my opinion, this weekly candle here looks pretty nice to me. We came to take the liquidity, rebounding from the POC. I'd say this is a very real potential right now for Zcash. All right, guys, I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back. All right. Oh crap! You guys can't see my dang chart. This is what I'm talking about. Crap. All right. I guess I do need some water. Look. Very bullish on Zcash. Money flow getting higher. Momentum waves getting higher. Sam Bankman-Fried, bullish man boob pattern. All right, we take the man boobs. We place them onto the chart. We stretch them out. The resemblance is striking. We're retesting the POC of the range. All right. I'd say this is something to be looking out for. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go get a drink. All right. So watch the trades for me. Make sure I don't get wrecked. All right. Make sure to like the stream. All right. Because Trump says so.
Make sure to like and subscribe to Jason Casper. He's the best YouTube trader in the world. He's getting huge. Shout out to the Casper crew.
All right, we back, baby. All right, so shout out to my man with the super chat. You want to look at monkey poop token on MEXC. All right, let's check it out on MEXC. Oh, I see more data on MEXC. All right. All right, so I see that we have more data. We have more data on MEXC. So we bounced from a key zone, the 786. Let's look at the volume. We'll look at the global volume. Wow, we bounced from that value area high to the dang dollar. And now, let's pull this. Yeah. So if we are going to get a bounce up from here, this is a key support. I just don't necessarily like the way Market Cipher looks, but yeah, this is a really nice support. Having bounced from value area high of the range, getting move up. If we're gonna hold support, this is where it's probably gonna be from, right? So yeah, I would be interested in this. This is an area here. I would be interested in this as an area. But look, this is not something I would personally trade. It's not something I'd personally be interested in. So if you're leverage trading it, please be careful. Please be super careful. Shout out to Cat Rio. Yeah. Shout out to Data PhD. Yeah, I was getting some water, guys, you know. Alrighty. Well, it looks like this is pretty benign. Oh, we got some longs coming in here, guys. We got some longs coming in here on Bitcoin. Look at this. We finally got some increase of OI. We got about 5.7 million longs opening up here as we're trying to reclaim the VWAP for the day. This could be the beginning of our big move for Asia, guys. This could be the beginning of a big move. We got a big move coming. We got a big move coming. Yeah, we got a big move coming, baby. Yeah, got a big move coming. Got a big move coming. Smooth move. Got a big move coming. We got a big move coming. Got a smooth move. Yeah. Bitcoin about to get a big move. Price action going looking really super smooth. Bitcoin about to get me in the mood. Trading long, going short, going long on my shoes. Bitcoin, let me tell you what to do. Bitcoin, let me show you my new shoes on the treadmill. Taking a poo. What we do when the candles turn blue. Yeah. Sorry, trust the process. I didn't mean to make your dog jump. Alright. We got some longs coming in, guys. Coming up to the VWAP. It's going to be a big move one way or the other, right? If we reject from here, we get a big move down. If we reclaim VWAP, these are some buyers stepping in. Alright. Alright guys, well, it's been an hour and a half stream. I think I'm going to head out. Thank you guys so much for being here. May God bless you all in Jesus' name, even if you're not religious. I still pray you and your family are super blessed. I plan on being live tomorrow as well, guys. Maybe we'll be getting a better move. Thank you so much, guys, for chilling and hanging out. It really means a lot to me. And God bless you guys. I will see you next time. Peace.